Greetings to all of my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video might be seen and shared. Celine Driver once again bringing you another unboxing and review of a watch that is, well, technically this is my father's watch. Although he hasn't tried it on yet and, see if he likes it or not. But he picked this watch up just a few days ago off of Chrono 24. For those of you who are not familiar with Chrono 24, and this, by the way, is not sponsored content. Chrono 24 has no idea that I'm saying or doing anything. But they are a very good clearinghouse website for buyers and sellers of watches at all kinds of levels. They have watches from every conceivable brand you could think of, whether it's a Breitling like this one, Rolex, Ulysses Nardin, Patek or Patek Philippe, Vacheron Constantin, Zenith, all the big hitters, of course. Some of the smaller big hitters like Chrono Swiss or Breguet, but also regular brands like Citizen and Seiko and Bulova and even Zelos and Boulder. So you can find all watches, all prices on there. The thing I like about Chrono 24, especially when you're dealing with higher end watches, the watches where you're spending several $1,000s or more, is when you buy a watch, the money you pay doesn't go right to the seller right away. It goes into an escrow account. And the money is held there until A, the watch is delivered to you, and B, you accept the watch, and you have to actually physically click on a button on their website that says received. And then the seller gets paid. So if for any reason you have a problem, they haven't got their money yet, so they are incentivized to make it right. Now, I bought and sold watches on Chrono 24 many times, and my father has bought and sold watches on Chrono 24. So I like Chrono 24. And this watch popped into my feed because I am on a big Breitling kick. And I showed this watch because I liked it. I showed this watch to my father, and he mused on it for a few days, and then he decided to have me order it for him. Just arrived. Box and papers. Everything was in the kit. The Breitling watch roll / mini sub box, and also you have in there the Breitling paperwork. This is a Breitling Colt, but you already knew that. In here is the seller of the watch happened to be Watchbox, so this is their warranty card from Watchbox. They have the COSC certificate came with the watch. The Colt Quartz manual came with the watch, and of course the wallet came with the watch. So usually, and another nice thing about that is the Chrono 24, when a watch is listed, they usually make you say whether or not full box, full papers, or just full box, no papers, or papers, no box, or none of it comes with the watch. So, you don't have to kind of hunt for that information. But inside the travel roll is this beauty right here. This is a Breitling Colt quartz. I guess you could call it a diver. I mean, it does have a dive bezel on it, a dive style bezel on it. But this thing is absolutely beautiful. I just loved it. Now, I personally, I like a busy dial. I love chronographs and everything, but something about this watch really attracted me. And when I showed it to my father, who is more of a fan of simpler watches, ergo not chronographs. And he actually liked it. It took him a few days to decide whether or not he wanted the watch, but when he decided, he went ahead and bought it. And it arrived very well packed by Watchbox. And I am also a fan of Watchbox as well. I've dealt with them directly and through Chrono 24 before. And they do first-rate work. As you saw, it came with the protector plastic and the protector plastic for the bezel that would normally come with a factory Breitling. This is a previously owned watch, so there will be a few little scuffs or whatever. But just a beautiful, beautiful watch. Signed crown with the Breitling B. You have the Breitling winged logo on the dial. Let's see, date complication at the 3 o'clock. Let's see, I thought this thing had a 24-hour indicator on here somewhere. I'm not seeing it, but then again, I'm looking at it through a camera lens. Screw down crown. It does disengage with a very audible and tactile pop. And as you can see, the quartz hand is ticking away there nicely. It's mostly hitting correctly. It is off a little bit, but that doesn't bother me so much as it would bother other people. You have a unidirectional dive style bezel. Nice smooth action, fairly vocal. You have a lume pip at the 60-minute mark. You have these overriders at 45, 30, and 15. It locks in very nicely. There is no slop in the bezel. It's a 120 click bezel. Steel bezel, no insert. It's just all one piece. And in typical Breitling fashion, the bezel is screwed to the watch instead of pressed on. So if you bang it against something, it cannot accidentally pop the bezel off the watch. Even some of the higher end guys like Rolex don't do this. But since this is meant to be first and foremost a purposeful tool watch, they do these things. Beautifully polished flanks, nice integrated crown guard. Not a mark on this watch. Whoever owned this watch previously really took good care of it. I think I think Tim Masso did a video on this specific watch. Yeah, he did, because I recognize right here when you close the clasp and when this thing comes down, it did. I remember in the video he pointed out these specific scrapes on the side. So this was the watch that Tim Masso did on the Watchbox Review channel. He uploads like 3 or 4 watch video reviews a day, every day of the week. We have screwed removable links. This is the slanted O style bracelet that Breitling is famous for. Basically, when you unscrew this, if it's like the other ones I have, when you unscrew these two, this cap pops off and reveals 2 posts, one on each side, and then this slides out, and then you can secure it to the follow-on. I'm not sure what wrist size this is secured for. I hope I'm sure I'll be removing links for my father. I don't know if it'll fit me or not. I haven't actually tried it. Oh yeah, it will fit me. Well, after I adjust it myself. As you can see, it's got plenty of room. But on my 7 1/4 inch wrist, this watch will fit beautifully. But as I said, it's not my watch, so I've got to make it fit my father with a 6 1/4 inch wrist or 6.5-inch wrist. I'm not sure which. His wrist size and mine are significantly different. You can see this is not a stamp. It's a what's the word I'm looking for? Good high quality milled clasp. And as you can see, it's got a double security feature. Ignore the tag. Obviously, it's not returnable if removed, so I'm not going to take this off until my father gets to see it. I'm sure he'll want to keep it. As I said, it's a screw down crown. First position is the date set, quick set, and second position hacks the movement. And of course, then you can set the time with that. Let's see, 10 till or something like that, close to 10 till. I'll set it back later. I'm not seeing, I thought I read on one of the websites while I was doing research for that there was a 24-hour indicator pointer on the dial. I'm not seeing it. If you guys can see it, my bad eyesight is missing it, then let me know in the comments, but I don't think I'm missing it. Anyway, nice polish on the back, as you can see. It's in French, of course, but it does say that it is a chronometer. And it's very rare that you find a quartz movement go through the COSC certification process. Breitling does that as a matter of course. So they call their COSC quartz movements SuperQuartz movements. They are supposed to be accurate within about, I believe they say 15 seconds a month. So, and I haven't put this thing on a time grapher, but I am sure with given my past experience with Breitling SuperQuartz watches that is accurate. Very nice. Female end links, so the bracelet drops away nicely from the lug. So the lug to lug measurement that I'll get to in a minute will be the true width of the watch. So I have my sheet of facts here, so I'm going to go over this with you guys real quick. The Breitling quartz, this is caliber A743881/G792. This is the stainless steel case, dyed bezel with the silver dial and the 24-hour markers on the inner track below the hour indices. You also, as you can see, have a minute track outboard of the minute indices. It is as I said, a Breitling 74 movement. It is a SuperQuartz movement. It is 200 meters water resistant, as you can see on the watch face there. It's a 44 millimeter diameter case. It is actually a very long sleeve friendly 11.25 millimeter thick watch with a 22 millimeter lug, and it is 53.25 millimeters on the tip to tip. So it does wear big. It is a big watch. It does wear as a big watch. But it's not an overly uncomfortable watch to wear, I should think. But someone with maybe a 6 3/4 inch wrist is probably going to be about the bottom line on this watch, given the lug-to-lug width, the lug-to-lug measurement, combined with a 44 millimeter case. Anything under a 6 3/4 inch wrist is it's not going to look right. It is a sapphire crystal. You would expect that at this price point. Everything is stainless steel on the watch. The dial is silver. Pardon me. Even though it looks white in the pictures, when you see it in person, it is definitely silver. Lots of lume. I don't have the ability to do a lume shot at the moment, but as you can see, just by looking at the dial, all the indices are heavily lumed. The hands are lumed. Even the looks like the pointer on the second hand is even lumed. But just a beautiful. I was also in error before. I was looking at the railroad track markers and seeing where the pointer was lining up on the railroad track, and it was a little off. But it's not off if you look at the outer track. It's spot on with those indicators on there. So I guess it just depends on where you look. Now, I'm told that this thing does have a low battery indicator. I believe that when the battery is low, the pointer, the second hand, will only tick every 2 seconds instead of every 1 second. And that gives you an indicator that the battery life. I am very sorry. The battery life is going away. Maybe in the future when I make videos, I should have a bottle of water over here somewhere. Anyway, beautiful watch. I really think my dad is going to dig it. And as soon as I wrap this video up, I'm taking it over to his house to size it up for him. So I'm on my way to go do that. But in the meantime, I hope you did find this video to be coughingly entertaining, useful, informative. If you did, cough back and give me a thumbs up, please. The thumbs up does help with the YouTube search algorithms and makes my channel more visible, so please help me out with that. And send over some cough medicine. Comments, questions, suggestions down below. I do read them all. I do respond to them all. However, if you are going to troll me or you are going to leave links to bad places on the internet, I'm simply going to delete the comment and then block the commenter. If you're new to the channel, of course, I do bid you welcome. I'm glad you found my channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you will go ahead and look at more videos and watch and enjoy them as well. All I ask is that before you leave the channel, please click that subscribe button. And when you do, also click the bell icon so that when I upload new material or do live streams, you will be alerted. Or when I have more coughing fits. Meanwhile, it is a crazy old world out there, as I always say. It is not getting any less crazy. And lots of people are coughing. So please, be careful out there. Be safe. Be well. I'll see you soon.